Welcome, everybody. Looks like we're live finally. Thanks for joining. This is Brick Slingers episode 36. James is not here. I think he fell off his chair or something, but he may join us shortly. We will see. Big shout out to Brick Freedom for sponsoring this show. If you need someone to sync your Bricklink and Brickout stores, go ahead and check out brickfreedom.com. It works quite well. I'm currently using it. So there's also new features coming with it, so you can't beat that. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. So let's get started. Let's see who's here. We got Dean. Thanks, Dean, for joining. 50 caliber bricks is here. Sean is here. Yeah, he sees my Stanley boxes in the back. I'm currently partying out 10 Star Wars sets. And it's taken me all weekend because I had to go get rid of a bunch of leaves. Where I live, I have some huge trees. They're probably like 100, 200 feet tall, and they have a ton of leaves. So there's literally like 12 inches of leaves. So I figured it's going to be 40 degrees for the next couple days and then get colder. So I might as well remove as many leaves as I can because I didn't do it last year, and then I have leaves everywhere when it snows, which is supposed to snow this week again. We had our first snow on Friday, so that was cool. What's up, David? Hey, Doughboy6480, what's up, man? El Paso Bricks, welcome. Hope everyone's having a good day. This here episode, I'm going to talk about all of the clearance I got because it's been ridiculous. Yeah, David, I know he uses them too. I like them because they have individual. Let me just grab one. Hold on. I'll show you. If you don't know what these Stanley ones are, they're like, I got them on sale for $11, I think, at Home Depot on one time, but they're like 13 or 15. I'll show you one that has bricks in it. So this is what it is. Let me get the camera here. It comes with a few large ones, a few medium ones, and then a bunch of small ones, and you can kind of mix and match. So I took a few large ones out and put them in a different one. But the thing I like is you can sort them, and then you can just take them out and dump them in whatever drawer you're putting them in. So it's easier than trying to scoop them out because you can just grab them and pour them out. So if you don't have these Stanley ones, they're quite nice. I think you can also get a knockoff brand of them at Harbor Freight that look almost identical. So welcome, Brixico. Doughboy says, use a leaf blower and send them to the guy next door. I did use a leaf blower. It took me like 4 hours because I have a big yard. I put them all in I blew them all into like a couple piles. And then I had this 15 by 20 foot tarp, and I'd lay the tarp down, and then I'd rake them onto the tarp and then use some carabiners, and I would just roll all the leaves up like a huge burrito. So I have this like 10-foot burrito, and I haul it over to my neighbor's woods, and I just huck them down in there because they don't care. So, because they don't allow me to burn it where I live. It's against the law here. So David uses Dixie cups and advent calendar trays. Fortunately, I don't have any advent calendar trays, but yeah, so that's what I've been working on. Sales have been pretty slow. Like, I did get 3 today. One was to Canada. It was like $100. So that was cool. But it hasn't really been that busy. I almost hit 200,000 though. So I had the whole week off. I parted out like every day. Oh, there's a ladybug in here. I parted out like every day. And I was almost finished partying on my closet because my whole closet was full if you didn't see my last video. And then Brixico sent me an email and was like, hey, you got to go check your Walmarts. And I was like, dude, I was just there yesterday. Like, there is nothing more on sale. I checked all my Walmarts. Like, I got it. And I was like, well, you know, I'll just go on there. I'll go on the app and look. And I look on the app, and sure enough, the price dropped at every Walmart near me. And I was like, what in the world? Like, it wasn't just one or two, it was every Walmart near me. The price dropped on Lego. So I was like, holy crap. I was like, I gotta go to Walmart like right away. I can't miss these deals. So I did, and I found a bunch of stuff. And like, hold on. So I use the app. Sometimes the app will give you problems, but I don't know. What I do is I'll go to the store. So if you have your phone on you right now, open up the app, Walmart app. And it usually will pick up what store you're at when you pull in the parking lot, but I've noticed it's been having issues lately. So if you click on let me show you here, on the Walmart app. If you click up here on the menu, and then, oh, whoops, it's too bright, it's not showing. There we go. Maybe go down. Let me do it here. I'll tell you how to do it. So you click on the menu, and then go down to under account. It will say your store. Click your store, and then click change up at the top, and then search for whatever store you're going to. So if I'm going to say St. Paul, click search. It will pull up the St. Paul one. Click on it, and then it should have that set as your store. So what I do, I go to the list. I create a list at each store I go to. And so if they have a bunch of clearance, I'll create a list and just hit the plus, and then I'll name it whatever store I'm at, whatever city. And then I add each item that's on clearance into this list. So then I can just, when I'm at home, I can just pull up the list and be like, oh, let's see if the clearance items dropped anymore, because I'll have them all on my phone. And their inventory isn't perfect, but that's an easy way to do it. So I have 5 different stores right now with all the clearance that are there, but there's not really any because I bought it all. So yeah, or the stuff that should be on clearance, I'll mark in there too. So that's one way I do it. And I also, when I go to the store and I'm literally in the Lego aisle, I'll make sure that it's at the current store I'm at, and then I'll just type in Lego, and then on the top you can search in that store. So I'll show you a picture here. So it thinks I'm at the store. Let me see here. Let me turn this off. Maybe. Sorry guys, this picture sucks. Turn it sideways. There you go. So it says Walmart.com. You click over here where it's in store, and that will show you only the prices of the items in the store for most of them. So I'll just stand in the Lego aisle, scroll through all the Lego that are listed in the store. Like it shows the Shrimp Shack Attack, $11. They don't have any. The inventory's off, but I'll go through this, see if I see any super real good deals. And then after that, I'll go and scan the ones that I know should be on clearance. And sometimes you get lucky. So, hey, Doug. Hey, BrickQuest. So that's how I do the Lego clearance. Now, I was at a store yesterday because I was near a Walmart. And I've never had good luck at this store because it's a ghetto Walmart. And you're probably like, how do you know if you're at a ghetto Walmart? Well, they have a police camera in the parking lot. That usually means it's considered a ghetto Walmart. And the inventory will definitely be off because the items are stolen. So that's what you do. But anyway, so I was in the Lego aisle expecting to find nothing. And I went through all the Lego on the app. There's seen one deal, but it was a small Minecraft set, and I couldn't find it in the store. So I skipped that. And then I I was like, I'm just going to scan a few things. Like, there's some things here that should be on clearance, but they're not. And then I was scanning a few things, and I was like, oh, there's some Lego behind these Lego. Like, why would they put them back there? They have space on the shelf. Hey, Great Brick Lab, welcome. And so I'm like looking, I'm like, well, I'm going to scan that one back there. And I scanned the one in the back, and sure enough, $7. I was like, all right, somebody hid the clearance back behind the other Lego. So then there was this huge set. Let me show you this huge set. There was two of these, the Bowser castle thing. $100 set. So you can see the price tag on it right there in the bottom. So there was two of those in the back. So I was like, well, I'll just scan it, whatever. It's not going to be on sale. It's brand new. It's scanned for $59. And I was like, well, that seems ridiculously cheap for 1,000 pieces. So I looked up online, and sure enough, it's a $100 set, just like the sticker says. And it was $59. So somehow they made an error and marked it down. And I got two of those for $59 a piece. And the part out is $225. So it is real good. And then I found like one other little set there, which I think was this guy. I bought a bunch of these for $5. They had one left, $2.50 for this. So can't beat $2.50. Let me share my screen on what I've parted out. And then we'll get to what I haven't parted out that I still have. Let me make this bigger here. So these are all the ones I parted out last week. And as soon as James gets my computer done, we'll do the prize wheels again, because they just aren't working correctly for everyone with my Chromebook and all my monitors. So, all right, so you should be able to see that. Let me get rid of the distracting banner here. So I'll just tell you how much I paid for these. So this Star Trek Major Von Riggs TIE Fighter, I found 10 of them the other day. It's a $60 set. I paid $15. These 10 part out for $1,000, and I paid $150 for all of them together. So ridiculously good deal right there. Only found them on clearance at one store. Park Picnic Poly Bag. I didn't actually part any of those out. I was just adding the extras that I gave my kid. The Sister Party Crew. It's the Lego Movie 2 one. I parted out 14 of those. I got those each for $9, and they part out for $36. So it's a really good part out. For some reason, the Benny in here, because he has like dual colored pants and a starry glass things on his helmet. He's an $8 minifigure, which I thought was crazy, but now I have a whole bunch of them. The Golden Dragon, parted out 10 of them. I believe I got those for, I want to say $7 a piece. Aurora's Royal Carriage, I got 8 of those, $5 a piece. Barbecue Burnout, 6 of those, $5 a piece. The Bricks and Ideas, which is that set I just showed you, I parted out 9 of those already. Those are $5 a piece. Mail Plane, I got 6 of those, $5 a piece. Propeller Plane, 10 of those, $5 a piece. Cole's Speeder Car, 5 of those at $5 a piece. Construction Loader, got 9 of those at $5 a piece. I actually passed on some of these, and I left them in the store because I just thought I had too many of them. Police Dog Unit, I got 8 of those at $5 a piece, and they have 2 minifigs and the dog, so can't beat that. Street Sweeper, I got only 2 of those. I found those at one Walmart, $5 a piece. Lloyd's Journey. Oh yeah, that one has the fox and the 2 minifigs. The fox, or I don't know if it's a fox or wolf or whatever it is. parts out for $5 alone, and I got these sets for $5. So good deal there. Satellite service mission with a little astronaut guy. I got 3 of those, $5 a piece. Resistance Y wing microfighter, 2 of those, $5 a piece. If you have any packs of these swords that come with a lot of things, part these out. Like the whole pack is probably worth 80 cents, but if you part it out, it's probably worth $5. So make sure you're parting these sword packs out. The Kai Avatar arcade pod, the red one. I got 5 of those for $5 a piece. The Lloyd Avatar arcade pod, I got 2 of those. It's hard to find the green ones. $5 a piece. The blue ones, I got 7 of those at $5 a piece. And make sure you part out all the swords in there, which makes it worth way more than the part out value that Bricklink says. Spinjitzu Slam, the Zane, I got 7 of those at $5 a piece. The Spinjitzu Slam Kai vs. Samurai, I got 5 of those, and that has the double minifigs, and those were $9 a piece. The Spinjitzu Slam Lloyd, 12 of those at $5 a piece, and I think I have one more. Yeah, I got one more that I just picked up the other day. I'll have to part that one out. More weapons I parted out from them. Kai's Mech Jet, 6 of them. I got those for, I want to say $9 a piece. If you have any of these slime things, part all those out. They part out for way more than paying for the bag. Newberry Subway, I got 6 of those. I believe they were $9 or $11 a piece for those ones. The T-16 Skyhopper versus Bantha Microfighters. I got 14 of those at $11 a piece. This Fox. I just got Fox. The Haunted Fairground. I only had 2 of them, but I parted them out. I believe I got them for $25. I think it's a $40 set. And it parts out for around $100. So got 2 of those. Spinjitzu Slam J. I got 10 of those. Paid $5 for each of those. I think this is back when I got hidden side stuff. Yeah. So that was about it for the last couple here that I parted out. So it was a lot, but Lukester, welcome. He found 70 of the Ninjago Cole's dirt bike for $4.50. I did not find any of those. So let's get on to what else I have that I didn't part out yet. Hey, Brick Outside the Box, welcome. We're just going over the stuff that I parted out and what I haven't parted out. So I currently have those TIE Fighters. They're almost finished on the table. So I was at 199,500 or something, and as of yesterday, and then I got 3 orders today. So there goes like 1,000 parts because one was pretty big. But after I get all these in here, I think I'll probably be at 210,000. I think hopefully. I want to break 200, and I'll definitely be over 4,500 lots. So I got these Star Wars sets. You won't believe the deal I got on these things. These Star Wars sets, I got 4 of them, and they were $4.50 a piece. Crazy deal. I got I think 5 of the Welcome to Hidden Side. $20 set. I got these for either $7 or $9 a piece. I only found one of the Forest Fire, $5. The Jurassic World Dilophosaurus on the loose, $4.50. Crazy. Only got one of these. Creator Sunset Track Race Car or Racer, $4.50. Only got one of these. Ninjago Tuner Car. It was on clearance for $25 for quite a while, and I got it for $9. And then all of these Ninjago, the combo charger, these are $1 at every Walmart I went to. So I got about 20 some. They're not in the clearance aisle. You have to dig through all the poly bags to find these. So look for these. And also look for the Ninjago Sam X. These are $1. There are certain Minecraft bags that are $1, but it's only all the Minecraft that they had at my Walmarts were not the $1 ones. There's like 2 Minecraft bags, and one is $1 and the other is regular price. I got, I think, 6 or 7 of these, $7 a piece. I got 3 of these helicopter ones for $7 a piece. Last Walmart I went to, Olaf's, $3. This right here was a good deal. Harry Potter one with the dragon, $5. And a funny story, when I bought these, I always go through the self-checkout so that I can ring stuff up and keep track of the prices and make sure it's what it says it should be, rather than having, like, you know, going through, have the cashier do it and then be like, oh, I don't want that or something. So I like to go through the self-checkout. Plus, then I can put more than 2 items in a bag, because, you know, Walmart likes to waste plastic like that. So I was scanning these, and the lady is like, oh my gosh, are those $5? And I was like, yeah. She's like, how do you know they're on sale? Like, because I had like 4 of them in my cart. And I was like, oh, I just check the app daily, and, you know, if it's on sale, I can buy it. And she was like, oh, okay. She's like, I had another guy come in. He bought a small Lego set. So, like, say he bought a small Lego set, cut off the UPC code, taped it onto his hand, and then she's like, yeah, he would come through the self-checkout with a giant box, and then he just scan his hand, and it'd bring up $5. And she's like, I was like, that is not $5. She said she caught him, and they banned him from Walmart. But I was like, that's a pretty smart idea, I guess, if you wanted to do that. But yeah, they kind of keep track if you're getting stuff super cheap. So yeah, these Harry Potter ones, only one Walmart I could find them. I put them on the very top shelf. Whenever I go to a Walmart and then the clearance area, if the Lego's everywhere, I'll combine it all and put it like in nice rows, like I worked there or something. And these, I remembered I put them on the very top, and there's like 4 of them, and they weren't marked anywhere, but I found on the app it said $5, so I was like, I'm going there to buy them. So I got that. These, double check the top rows of your Walmarts in the Lego aisle, because these were on the very top row. There was 5 of them, and they're $7. And I mean, they come with this plastic case, which I'll probably throw away unless somebody wants them. Let me know. You can pay for shipping, and I'll ship them to you. But the cases are worthless to me. I got some other ones a while back. The part out isn't that great, but for $7, I mean, can't beat that. So, and then I did end up getting 5 of the Disney, the Enchanted Treehouse, $11 a piece for this set. So thought that was a pretty good deal. And there's one more poly bag I got to show you that I found the other day. Let me grab it. Also, I'm going to try to keep this under an hour because I got orders to pick tonight. Keep an eye out for the space satellite with astronaut. $1. I only found these 2 of them at one Walmart. That was it. But these are $1 too. And the best deal I could think. Doug, if you want to take the case for shipping, just send me an email and I'll let you know after I part them out. So I have 4 of them, or actually I have 5 of them. One of them came factory without the corners, so it's missing the latches. And I think it's like a factory defect. But if you want the 4 that have the latches, hit me up. I'll just figure out shipping and just pay shipping. I'll send them to you. It's better than me throwing them in the trash or something. Brick Outside the Box says, really wish our area Walmarts kept the prices up to date. Yeah, all the prices like at all the Walmarts are different, but that's why I always use the app because the app seems to be the most accurate. But back to the one. So I got this set. I knew 3 Walmarts had one at each one. So I thought I'll buy one and then go to the other Walmart, buy the other one, right? Unfortunately, I only got one because somebody beat me to all the other ones. So I got this set for $100 off. If you can believe that. So it's the Friends set. It's like a, what is it? The Heart Lake City Amusement Pier. 1,251 parts. It was 129, marked down to 100. I paid $30. So I only got one though. So I don't really want to part out just one. So if somebody else got a bunch for $30 and you want to buy this one, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably put it on Facebook and get like 100 for it. Unless somebody wants to sell me some of theirs for $30. But yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the part out value is, but it's definitely way more than I paid for. So that was the giant one. Between that and the ball, crap. Plug my mic. All right, hopefully you can hear me again. My mic came unplugged. So between that big one and the Bowser one, if you just joined, I got 2 of these. I'll show you again. 2 of the Bowsers for $59. They part out for $225. So I have that big row right there, the 3rd expansion. I did those 2 rows. This one is completely full. This one here, I am down to that open drawer, if you see right there. And then all the big drawers are almost full to the very bottom I'm at. So I still have the skinny row here and the skinny row, you can't even see it, but it's over here by the light switch, of little drawers. So, yeah, so that's what I got. Bricksco says it looks like you're selling a lot. Great job. Unfortunately, I'm not selling that much, but I'm getting a lot. So I'm hoping when everybody, you know, whoever becomes president gives us all huge coronavirus checks, they can come buy my Lego, which probably will never happen. But Dennis says, I wish in Hawaii we had those prices. I heard in Hawaii they have like $5 menus for McDonald's. Is that true? Sean says he will take it. He found one. See, you probably found the one I got. Well, Sean, if you come to the cities or whatever, hit me up. You swing by, give me like, what is it, $30 plus tax? Because I have room for it in my store anyways. Yeah, it'd be like $31 or something. Hey, Will Harper's here. Welcome. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I adjusted my shipping prices. If you guys didn't know, today the shipping prices went up for domestic USPS. Hopefully you guys changed it or figured it out or whatever. Also, I got, Sean says, any other clearance left over there? No. The 5 Walmarts around my house, they do not have any clearance. Everything, if it's in the clearance aisle, it's full price. So then it says prices went up for McDonald's. Well, that sucks. Sean, did you get a bunch of stuff or did you just go to the ones by your house? So if you didn't know, Sean lives like 2 hours south of me. Dean lives like, I don't know, maybe an hour from me or something, but we work in the same area. So Brixco says center aisle in November. What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean am I going to make a center aisle? So this is the issue I have. So my current work, I got an email. I've been off all week. I got an email from work that they're eliminating my position next year, starting January. So that doesn't mean I'm fired. That means I had a really cush position. I got every weekend off. I got every holiday off for the last like 4 years. So it was great. So now I have to bid by seniority for a position that I'm going to have to do twice as much work. My schedule would be 7 days a week. So I'd get like maybe every other weekend off and every other holiday, if that. So yeah, that sucks, like big time. And I'm thinking about switching jobs. My wife actually found me one that I have to take a slight pay cut, but it's legit. It's like working for Uline in their warehouse, packaging orders exactly like I do here in my Lego store. So I'm going to go apply and see what happens, because then I would work Monday through Friday and still get the weekends off. And I can still bring my kids to school, because my other schedule, if I stayed at my current work, I can't really bring my kids to school because of the stupid hours, or I have to work in the middle of the night and then I have to get up and bring them. So I'd only get like 3 hours of sleep. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but yeah, that's my dilemma. So if I stayed at my current work and I could get up to 500,000 parts by end of next year, I would definitely have to make a center aisle in the store. And then I could probably do it full time, but right now I can't, because I don't think I have enough parts and people just aren't spending money. So Sean says, I found some stuff, but not anywhere close to your deep discounts. So yeah, the really cheap discounts I got this last week. For some reason, every Walmart just dropped the price, like ridiculous. So if you haven't checked yours, I would recommend going to check them. Yeah. I did order, I found Zorro.com. So I bought my last, those Acromills right there, from Zorro.com, because I got a coupon from someone. If you didn't know, the secret to Zorro is go to the website, add a bunch of crap to the cart, and then, or create an account, add a bunch of crap to the cart, and then log out, and then close down your browser. And within about 2 days, they will send you a coupon that says, oh, finish your checkout. So it's usually, I think, 15% off. Sometimes you can get 10 or 20%. Or if you sign up for their email, you get 10% off, but it's also free shipping. So you will get a pretty good deal on it. So definitely check out Zorro for cabinets. I bought 1,000 of the 2x3 inch Ziploc bags for $12 from them. So it was like 1.2 cents a piece. So definitely a good deal. Look at it. Somebody joined us. Oh, welcome, buddy. How are you?
What's up?
Well, if everybody didn't notice, he got a web camera. Oh, look at Jason's here.
How you doing?
Oh, good. We're just going over my mega Walmart haul.
Oh, your mega, yeah. You got a bunch of stuff this week. Dude,
Yeah.
my kids went to Walmart that night, and there was fucking nothing. Nothing for sale.
No?
Nothing. Like the stuff that was on discount for $1 off was all gone. There was nothing new for, over in the discount aisle. They started checking all the stuff in the regular aisle. None of it was on sale. It was like a total waste of a trip. But, oh well.
Crazy. Well, I got lucky then.
Yeah, I think you did. Man. Did anybody else come up with a bunch of stuff this week as far as discounts?
Sean says he found a couple. He found one of these friend sets that I got. This one here. They were $30.
Dude, that's wicked, man. I would have bought like 100 of those if they had them.
Yeah, they only had one, so I'm not gonna put one. So Sean's gonna come buy it. But these ones right here. This is the best.
I'll give you $40 for it. Oh, you got the
brand new Bowser Castle.
Nice. I actually wanted to buy a couple of the Mario kits. They look kind of cool. I mean, I was never into the video games, but the sets look kind of interesting. I'd probably actually build them and then part them back out.
Yeah. Well, plus to ship that friend set, that thing is like 15 pounds. Like,
really?
Yeah, it's 1,200 pieces.
Wow. Costs more in shipping than you paid for the kit.
Sean says he got that a while back. He paid way more than $30.
Wow, $30 is a killer deal on that. That's like crazy cheap.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm not gonna buy it because it's only one. And then like I was like, $30? Like, you can't beat that.
Yeah, where's the rest of it?
And then there was even one where I like laid it on the bottom shelf and somebody got it. It was gone.
Oh yeah.
Jason said he got a $19 Arendelle Castle Village. Nice.
Oh man, it's been a long ass day. Been
Yeah.
driving for almost 12 hours. I just walked in the door, came back here, and it's been a long day.
So how much Lego did you pick up?
We got 300 pounds of used stuff, and we also got, it was kind of cool. On our way up, we started checking online and, different, like Craigslist and all that crap to see what else was available where we were going. Because we're going so far north. We actually went like about 45 minutes north of Tampa, which is, it's like a 3.5 hour drive north. And we found a couple of other cool things to pick up on the way. And one of them, Alex went out to get some stuff out of the car. He's probably going to unload everything tonight. But we found one of the really expensive Mindstorm kits, still brand new in the box. Like all the packages are still sealed, and got it for almost nothing. I mean, she kind of was giving it away.
Oh, nice.
And we also I met a new buyer that we bought from for the first time, and she had about 60 pounds, and they're going to start collecting for us as well. I call them scouts. I've got like 4 scouts now that we deal with, and they just hoard it and hoard it and hoard it until they've got, 100, 200, 300 pounds of bricks, and then we go meet them somewhere and pick them up. And we stopped at, on the way back, we stopped at the Lego store, which is always a bad idea, but we were closed, and we said, oh, what the hell, we'll go by there and see what they got. The girl at the Tampa Lego store is really nice. Like, we've dealt with her a few times in the past, and she'll text me. I got her phone number. She texts me pictures of what parts are there for sale on the pick-a-brick wall. And there was a few that we decided to stop and get. I don't know how many cups we got, but
10.
Got 10 cups full of pick-a-brick parts.
And we got this week's game.
Oh, Alex says we got this week's game too. He filled a cup with something from Lego store. So we got a new. How many parts fit in a pick-a-brick cup for like legit from the store?
You got 2.
Oh, we got 2
Hearts.
Oh, check it out. We got the 3x3 pink heart plates.
Corbels.
And the 1x1 tan corbels. Those little corbel parts. Those are kind of cool. So you grabbed a couple of those. And he also bought, this is kind of cool. They had these at the Lego store. I hadn't seen them before. And I guess they're brand new because he looked them up and they're not even in Bricklink yet. They're selling them at the, I mean, you can probably buy them on the website too, I'm sure, but they're Christmas tree ornaments. It's like a little Lego kit, but check it out. It comes in a plastic Lego sphere
That's a new part.
It's a brand new part, and it's designed to have a 6x6 round plate that snaps inside to build off of.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's kind of a cool part. I mean, it's two pieces. He opened this one so you can actually, like, let me tilt the camera down a little bit so it's looking at what I'm doing instead of me. There you go. Pop it open. I don't want to drop all the crap out of it. It's got all the paperwork and shit in here and a bag of parts. But the two halves are they identical or are they?
Yeah, they're identical parts.
Okay, so the same part, but they actually like lock together and snap in. And
Just like the old one.
that's a new Lego part that's not even on Bricklink yet. So that's kind of cool.
And it's printed.
Yeah,
I
it's
could
got,
take fake ornaments.
yeah, it's got snowflakes on it on the top. Little stars or snowflakes or something. It's kind of cool. It's an interesting little gimmicky thing. I could see this being like a really good thing if you're going to give away gifts or something. You know, you could either build little scenes in it or give it away as a kit full of parts for kids to build. It's kind of neat. It's a good
I see
idea.
it being really good for like the Star Wars micro builds.
Yeah, little Star Wars micro builds. Alex says it'd be kind of cool to put a plate in there and then build your little Star Wars crap in there. Kind of neat.
And then we got the free stuff.
Oh yeah, and we got a whole bunch of free shit, which is kind of cool. Got poly bags. I don't know what the hell it is. It's a buildable toy. I don't know what the hell that means, but make it up.
DIY.
And they gave these away.
vehicles.
These Mindstorm kits.
Yeah, I think they were having those.
They're pretty good. So we got a couple of these. Yeah.
Hold on, let's see what the part out is for those.
I mean, they were free, so whatever the part out is, it's 100%. You know, can't complain about that.
If we part them out.
If we part them out, yeah. We got that other Mindstorm set today. I might
Just
actually
brought that in. You
play
want?
with it and keep it. I don't know. At least open it up and check it out.
What's the set number for that?
40413. I don't think that was in Bricklink either, Alex said.
The full set's there, but the breakdown's not yet.
Oh, he said the full kit you can buy, but it's not broken down into so that you can cut it out yet.
Lame.
Lame.
Trade me.
This is the other set that we got, which is we got this cheap. I'm not gonna say how much, but we got it cheap. I've never played with any of this crap, but it looks like it'd be kind of cool. It's got the Wi-Fi, like you can use your phone to control the motors and stuff.
Those Lego education kits are like super expensive.
Yeah, I got it for like
Nice.
cheap, like nothing.
And it's unopened.
It cost me more in gas to drive up there to get it than the kid did. So
That blue thing goes on top, just one side.
Doughboy wants to know when you buy bulk Lego, do you get lots of knockoff?
We kind of figured that roughly 10%. We kind of calculated in. We may or may not get 10%. We might get 10 or 15% once in a while, but we kind of roughly average that we're going to get 10% junk.
And we price accordingly.
Yeah, we kind of, we pay. We kind of go through it a little bit when we're buying it from people. So we kind of look through real quick, see if there's a bunch of fake stuff that we know is fake. And if there's a lot of fake stuff in it, then we'll either offer them less or just tell them, hey, anything that's not Lego, keep it because we're just going to throw it away. We can't do anything with it. So, you kind of haggle a little bit, and they know. Most people that have fake stuff know it's fake. And, just kind of haggle with them a little bit. And sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. I heard your little cha-ching.
Oh, yeah. I got to go over that.
Finally got that working, huh?
So I got it to work for Bricklink. I haven't got it to work for Brick Owl because every time they email me. So what we're talking about is I wanted the cha-ching. Like if you sell on eBay, you get a cha-ching every time you make a sale. I wanted that for Bricklink and Brick Owl. So what I did, because I have an iPhone, because if you have an Android, it's apparently easy to do. But with iPhone, it's not. So you have to go in and you have to buy the cha-ching sound. And then what you do, if you have to use the regular email that comes on iPhone, You can't use the Gmail because I tried it. But I have my Gmail routed through my regular mail on my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
And you set your email. You have a VIP section, and you want to add Bricklink to your VIP section. So every time you get a Bricklink email, it will assign. You can assign the cha-ching to any VIP emails. So regular emails would just do the regular ding or whatever. But if you get a VIP email, then you get the cha-ching. So I got it to work for Bricklink, but I can't get it for Brickout yet because every time they email me, it comes from a different email address.
Oh, you almost need to add the domain rather than the email address, but that's
Yeah,
not easy.
I haven't figured out how to do that. I did have it for PayPal, but then like every time you buy something and get like a PayPal receipt, you get a cha-ching.
Can you go into your Brick Owl account? I don't know. Do they let you text message out
I don't think so.
notifications?
I don't think so.
Mm.
Because yeah, if that was the case, I could just add it and do it that way.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm still working on that.
Mm.
When I get it fully solved, I'll make a video. And I got a video about my last huge Lego haul coming out.
I was gonna say, how much stuff did you actually get?
I filled the closet again.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy any more. I got no more totes to put it in.
It was just so cheap I couldn't pass it.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, damn it, I can't say no. I hate it when those deals come along. It's like,
yeah,
because you know what's going to happen if you don't do it. When you do have the room or the money or whatever it is,
there won't be any
the
sales.
deals won't be there, and you'll be like kicking yourself in the ass for not doing it.
Jason, so yeah, Brickpacker sends you an email every time you get an order. Brick Freedom does not. So if that, you could do that. So if you're using Brickpacker, you could just do it that way and get the cha-ching. But currently, I do not get that. So it's a work in progress.
So what else is new?
What's new, Scooby-Doo?
Not much. Did you get that computer done yet?
No, unfortunately, this week we're actually really busy. This week, our kids were at the shop all week, and they were supposed to be there today instead of going to Tampa, but
Yeah.
It's never worked out.
yeah, it's like things change too much, but we'll get it. We'll get it.
Well, that's all I got. I think this one's going to be short and sweet this week.
Oh
I got orders to pull.
yeah.
Finally. But
So what'd you do to start getting orders? Any idea, or they just started coming in?
I added a whole bunch of stuff. Let me show you my graph here on Brick Freedom. Once I got close to 200,000, now I'm getting orders.
Oh yeah.
So here, I'll show you the share the screen.
He's already got an old MacBook that doesn't work. He doesn't need another one. Oh, look at that.
So this is on Brick Freedom.
Is that for the week or the month?
This is the month. I think it's off a day though, because I don't have 23 orders. I don't think. I have to double check. But so this is the one that's in Brick Freedom in your dashboard.
Right.
So it says I have $536 in orders, 23 orders, average order $23. But it also, so it keeps track here on the graph. So the blue line is the lots. The green line is the items. So the number of items. So lots is on the left here. The month or days of the month is on the bottom. And then on the right is the number of items. So as you can see, this last week, I started partying out a whole bunch. So it went way up almost to 200,000 parts. I was just under it. And then I got to, I was 198, 174. And then the lots if I can get it to come up. Let's see. It was $43.94. So,
like I said, I think it's got something to do with the input. If you keep a nice little steady flow going in, and the orders just kind of stay up there.
yeah. So
Because we slacked off for a couple of weeks and didn't put anything in, and it kind of dipped down a little bit, but then it kind of went back up again because we started putting more stuff in. It seems like that's what it's doing.
David asked, did anyone order an Instabrick? What is that?
I don't even know what an Instabrick is.
David, what's an Instabrick?
Somebody explain.
He says they're starting to ship now.
I googled it. Instabrick. Store box. Perfect. What the hell is this? Instabrick. Oh, that's that. Yeah, it's a light box for part checking bricks. So you can throw a brick or a figure into like a little miniature light box that's got a camera, and it's synced up to the Lego database. So
What?
yeah, it'll tell you what your part number or your figure is if you put it inside this little light box.
Well, that's fancy.
How much are these things? Anybody know? How much one of these go for?
Let me pull up the website here.
It must be like a GoFundMe. Oh, it's on Kickstarter. Did it actually? Are they shipping them? I've ever seen a little video about it. It was like an Asian guy standing in front of it with the part in the box.
So it looks like this little box here. You put the part in it.
I want to know just how complete their database is going to be and how fast is it. I want to see one work. It's not crazy. I'll buy one. A couple $100 I'd buy. If it's like 1,000, I don't want it. But I spend a couple $100 to play with it.
So it says the body of Instabrick is a box entirely made of original Lego. You can build your own box or decide to buy our special ones on our online store. The top cover is the eyes of Instabrick. They are made of a camera and LED lights in order to acquire perfect, bright images of your items. The brain of Instabrick is the software behind it. It's a web dashboard with no software installation, which will help you in the activity of scanning and sorting.
David said it's like somewhere between 100 and 200 bucks. That's not bad. I want to see how fast it is, and if they're going to build it as a subscription or because you buy the camera, you've got access. Because I guarantee you that database is not going to be on your hard drive. They're going to host that in the cloud and make it a subscription where you got to pay $5, $10, $20 a month to keep using it. I bet that's the only way that these little projects wind up being profitable over time. Because if you, the same thing I had with my Wink Hub, they sold all the hardware and the software was free, but over time they stopped putting their name on hardware devices, so they weren't bringing in any more money because they didn't have any money coming in for the service. And then they forced all the people that bought their products to switch over to a subscription-based software, and everybody jumped ship. Everybody went out and bought Samsung hubs and replaced them because nobody wanted to pay for it. So I'm betting this is going to be it's got to be some kind of subscription-based thing. Otherwise, there's no money next year. They'll sell 10,000 of them up front, and then unless they make a bigger, better, faster one, how are they going to keep making money on the deal unless it's a subscription base?
Yeah, there would have to be a monthly fee just to have someone update the thing constantly.
Yeah, they're gonna have to have people sync into the database and updating new parts, new colors all the time. So that they're gonna have to have people on staff to keep it up to date. I mean, there's new figures coming out every month.
Yeah. So I noticed when I was partying out all these sets, Bricklink is not that accurate for the variations, because I have these 1x4. It's like a bumper that would go on a car, kind of. It's got 4 studs on the front and then angle piece with 2 more. I don't know what it's called. But some have 2 rounded corners and some have 4 rounded corners. So I had to like literally go through all mine because they're different part numbers. And then there's some 1x2s with some weird thing on the end of it. And some of those had a groove on one side and some didn't have a groove. So then I had to go through all those ones. I was like, this is so dumb. Why do they make so many different pieces and put them in the same set? Yeah. Oh, here, look it. My son made that Lego ornament before you did. Before you even bought it. Look it.
That's cool.
He used some tape.
That's pretty good.
That's funny. I'll have to tell them they have actual ones of these now.
Get one. It's like a little stocking stuffer type thing, Get them a couple of things to play with and build. I mean, it's like there's like hardly any parts in it. I think Alex took it already. I can't even tell you how many parts were in it. He took it.
They give you a bunch of extra stuff since they have to fill the cups there.
I don't know. The kids went in. I didn't go in. It looks to me like they just filled the cups tight, and we've actually got it all up into the nipple on top full, but they're not like overflowing them. And I'll be honest, this is the first time this is the first time in a while that we actually went in and bought cups. The last few times, we walked in and just walked out with like a dozen boxes of bricks. We didn't even mess around with the cups. We just weighed them. She was really cool. So they can't do it anymore, but we actually like calculated out the weight and just said, okay, weigh the whole box and tell me what it costs. I don't care. And we just did that with like 10, 20 boxes of Legos. But now they got this whole COVID shit and you can't go in and do all the crazy stuff we were doing. So now they're just filling them. So they're not really over full, but it is full to the top. And I think we did the math on it. It's something like 500 or 600 1x1 bricks in here, and for $15, it works out. So
yeah, it's definitely cheap.
Yeah, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than going to Lego.com and buying them, and it's cheaper than you get them on Bricklink. So
yeah,
probably not the cheapest. Well, if you're buying kits and parting them out, and you're getting them at $30 for a $130 kit, that's probably hard to beat. But
yeah, I know because I put in all the costs for mine. It's usually between 1 cent and 10 cents, and the average is about 5 cents per brick.
wow,
But no, it all works out in the end. So
yeah, that's pretty good. That's where we figure that all the used inventory we buy, we calculate that we're paying about half a penny per part, no matter what the part is.
yeah, that's a really good
Big
deal.
bow haul, up half a penny. Got a big 48 by 48 plate, half a penny. It just averages out to half a cent a part. That's why I just can't. I have a hard time going to. I mean, the Lego store is kind of fun to go into and shop around, look at all the new stuff, but it's hard for me to justify buying anything new because the margins are just so different. It's
Just
like
buy it new on clearance.
well, I mean, if you can get it, you can get that. I mean, if you bought a kit for $30 that was 130, is that what it started out at?
Yeah, it was 130.
Divided by 30. So that's 4.3 times. But that's only 4.3 times the original cost. What's that one part out at?
Let me check.
I bet you're gonna be like 8 or 10 times on that one.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, if you could buy 1,000 of that kit, you'd be killing it for buying.
Yeah. The only problem is to get that good of a deal, you're never going to get very many of them.
Right. It's hard. It's hard to come up with more than one or two.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so it parts out for $209.
So 209 divided by 30.
So at regular price, it's terrible.
So that's 7 times. That's really good when it comes to new bricks. 7 times is like kind of unheard of. It's usually 3 to 4, and you're doing great, you know. So you're at 7 times on that one. That's awesome. Too bad you couldn't get 10 of them.
Yeah, no. Otherwise, I'd be parting them out.
Yeah.
David says it's 4 pounds. Let me check.
That kid's 4 pounds?
I don't think so.
It could be.
I will weigh it right here.
Well, you got the box included. That doesn't count.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. It's 4 pounds. It feels way heavier than 4 pounds. But
Does it say 4 pounds in the box?
no, it's like 4 with 15 ounces or something. But
Okay, so yeah.
big
3 or
up.
4 pounds of bricks. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's okay. Sean can come get it. He needs to look for Lego anyways.
So figure you got what, roughly 210 for the retail, and then you divide that by 4 pounds. So that's $52 a pound in Legos. That's a lot. That's a lot more than I get when I'm selling pounds of Legos. So
Yeah.
you'll make money on that one for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to sell it to Sean. He has one he paid way more for.
Yeah.
He'll have 2 now. So I don't think I have room for it anyways once I pay these other big sets. So
You won't believe how long that video was either.
10 seconds.
What video?
Fucking 10-second fix.
What video?
I just looked it up. Stuck upright position. 10-second fix.
Oh, okay.
And the dude sound like the guy from Idiocracy. My wife, she started.
Kids are over here doing stupid shit, and they're just amusing. Yeah, we got one of those ridiculous. Well, we bought it used on Craigslist 8 years ago. We bought this ridiculously expensive Dyson vacuum cleaner. It was like $600 retail. I bought it from this lady. I swear, I think she was a crackhead because she would look really strung out when we met her. And we got the vacuum cleaner for $100. She said she'd been using it for a couple of years as a cleaning service, but I took her word for it. But more than likely, she just ripped it off out of somebody's house from the looks of her. Paid $100 for this Dyson vacuum cleaner. It's the best one they ever made. It's like an industrial commercial grade vacuum cleaner. And the damn thing's been stuck in the upright position. It's got a lock that locks it so you pull this thing back and then it works.
yeah.
But the handle goes up and it locks into the head. And they couldn't get the damn thing the lock to pop for months. And I told Alice, I'm like, dude, just go look on YouTube. There's going to be a video. And he said the video is like literally 10 seconds long on how to unlock it. And they're over here just kind of laughing about it because they finally figured it out. Anyway. So what else is new? Anything?
No,
Got any games? Got any stuff to give away?
no, not today.
Not up to it, huh?
No. Gotta wait till I get that computer because my internet's slowing down from the kids streaming on it now.
Oh, damn. Did you get your Wi-Fi straightened out down there? Is it like faster now? Or your Ethernet?
Yeah, when the kids aren't streaming Netflix while I'm doing stuff.
Oh, is that what it is? Because they're hogging all the bandwidth?
Yeah, because without them on there, it's 200 megabytes. It's like as fast as I'm paying for.
Right.
And then once they start streaming video, it slows down some. But
You can go into the router and just like cut them off, right? Just just terminate that whole. Just cut them off while you're streaming, and then turn it back on when you're done.
yeah. Hey, brother from another Brick is here. Welcome. So I'm still trying to finish wiring my whole house with Ethernet through the phone lines.
Mm-hmm.
I got all of them except for 3 of the jacks have some issue with them. But all the rest of them work. And like I stream Netflix through the telephone lines and everything.
That's cool.
So I think it's might be the cheap Amazon plug-in things I bought that I wired in.
Mm-hmm.
But
you got 200. You said you're getting 200 megs per second.
yeah, 200 megabytes.
What's your mine? Because I think mine's not even running that high.
It's like 200 megabyte download
like,
and 6 megabyte upload.
Mine's like 30 mega. I'm running it right now. So it's 30 megabits download, and I'm running about 10 up. But we stream on like 3-4 TVs at a time, all the time.
Weird.
And I don't
Your
ever
upload
bother.
is faster, but your uploading is faster than mine. They capped me at 6.
Yeah, but that shouldn't really determine. That shouldn't have much to do with your streaming.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I mean, while you're watching TV streaming, this streaming is different. You know, the video, the upload, but you guys, your speed shouldn't bog down on your computer because you're watching TV on 2 different TVs at 200 meg. That's something else doing that. You got 200 meg service.
We will check it right now, and then I'll go turn off their iPads.
There you go. Yeah, I go just Google a speed test. It's the first thing that comes up. It's like a Google service, and it checks your local. Just pops up like an app in Chrome for some reason.
There you go. We will see what it is.
I mean, if it doesn't get past, if it stays like in the.
I'm sure to be bogged down because I'm streaming right now, but we will see if there's a difference.
Yeah, you're doing 30 down, 30, 40.
So it was 210 earlier.
Yeah, but my whole, I mean, this computer that I'm on right now is the only thing that's hardwired into my router. Everything else in the house is Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is slower than the Ethernet service. And I'm only getting 30 or 40 meg download. Yeah, your upload's a little slow.
Yeah, it's usually
Your download should be plenty fast to stream 3, 4, 5 TVs at once.
Hey, Michelle, welcome. All right, now I'll go turn their stuff off, and then we'll see. I'll be back.
I'm gonna turn it. Kids' TVs just go like offline. What the hell, Dad? I'm watching a movie. So what's up with everybody out there in internet land? You guys gotta tell us some cool stories. What's awesome happened with you guys this week? Tell us what crazy deals you're finding or coming across, or I'm really kind of interested in getting one of these Instabrick things now. I'm glad you guys said something. I do remember seeing it on YouTube probably like 6 months ago. Anybody on here actually order one? Did anybody sign up for the Kickstarter when it first came out? I haven't gotten any of the IKEA boxes yet. Nathan was supposed to hook me up, and he kind of dropped the ball. I don't have an IKEA anywhere near me. I'd have to order them in. I was really only interested in the small one that actually had all the Lego bricks with it. Didn't really care too much about the big ones. I'm not looking at storing anything.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, so Doug, you ordered one. Okay, cool. When you get it, I'm really curious to know how fast it actually goes through a cycle of telling you what the part is. I really want to know what they're going to do with the service too. Are they going to make that just like open source to like you've got like indefinite updates, or they're going to try to make us a monthly service type thing? Which I hope they don't, because I'd be apt not to get one if it's some kind of monthly service plan. Yeah, so you're still downloading at 3040. Yeah, that streaming really doesn't bog down your download that much. What's your upload jump up to though? Yeah, you're about the same. Doesn't matter if they're watching TV or not. I don't know how you're
not streaming. It'll be 200.
I don't know. That seems like, I mean, I don't know how the stream can be taking up that much data. or bandwidth, whatever you want to call it.
Because it's going to the moon and back.
Yeah, take some back, man. Take some time. And with most of us on here, it's got to be going to space and back like 2 or 3 times at least.
Yep. Dennis says buy a mesh router with multiple extenders, then use 5 throughout the house. I have seen that mesh routers are like the way to go. But
I thought about getting one too. I want to buy the Google one because we got so much Google integrated crap in the house already. But damn, Google's mesh system is expensive as hell. It's like, if you get the main hub and like 2 or 3 satellite routers, I think it's like $300-400. I can't really justify it, so I haven't done it yet. If I find one on sale somewhere for like $100, then I'll buy it. But I don't want to spend that kind of money. That's just too much. So far, we don't have any real serious problems in the house of stuff not connecting. But we got so much Wi-Fi shit. We got lights, switches, outlets, all the TVs, Rokus, phones. You know, we probably got like 30 devices, 40 devices online at one time. Should buy a bigger, better router that can handle more crap. What it should do.
yeah. That is hardwired. It used to be Wi-Fi, but I hardwired it. Baseball Man, welcome. Thanks for joining. I think Brick Outside the Box had a question up here. I have not made it to IKEA yet. I've been way too busy. I've got too much Lego to part out.
Yeah.
So
I'm still waiting on my little Jenko IKEA kit from you when you finally get to go. I'm probably better off going on Amazon and getting one, huh?
Eightfall Man says my internet is like 10 down. Takes me 4 hours to upload a 10 minute video.
Still running AOL dial-up, dude.
Oh, that's funny.
You everybody remember that crap? The dial-up shit?
Yeah.
Oh, torture.
You're like waiting for the page to load slowly.
Oh yeah, trying to get into an AOL chat room.
Oh yeah. Everybody was in chat rooms.
Those were the good old days.
Yep.
The kids nowadays have no idea how bad it ever was.
Oh, so my COVID vaccine I was supposed to get yesterday.
You what?
I was supposed to get the COVID vaccine.
Oh yeah, whatever happened? How you feeling about it? Is that you feeling okay?
So I went there. Hold on, I got a letter apparently. I don't know what this is. But I went there, and then I was like, "Hey, I'm here for this," and they're like, "I don't think there's any of those appointments today." And I was like, "Well, this is what it said when I signed up to be here at this day on this time." And they're like, "Well, you're gonna have to call them and see." So I called this number, and they're like, "Oh, this trial has been put on hold."
Oh, it's one of those. I saw those. I saw on YouTube they put a bunch of those
Continue
trial
it.
things on hold.
And I was like, "Well, that would have been nice if you would have sent me an email."
Oh man.
So I was like, "Well, whatever, I guess," because they had 2 people that got some sort of spinal issues in the United Kingdom.
Oh shit.
And so they shut it down, and they started it back up in every country except the U.S. So
Oh wow.
I was like, well, I guess I ain't getting that right now.
Yeah, I don't want to take those kinds of chances. I mean, a third arm maybe, but spinal problems, no.
Yeah. No, I don't have COVID. I was just trying to get the vaccine so I can never get it, so I'll be immune. So
We've got. I'm not going to advocate this, but I am going to actually put it out there, and everybody can be all conspiracy theory shit if you want. I don't know how everybody out there is when it comes to their political views on things. I don't really care, but I'm going to tell you what I was told by a couple of local doctors. I've got a really good friend that's been in. I mean, he's probably 55, 60 years old. He's been an eye surgeon forever. And been pretty good friends with the guy for a long time. He tells me a lot of shit that most people don't hear about. And he said that I forgot what it's called. When Evelyn comes back, she will know. But I can't remember what it was. But the medicine that Trump said.
hydrochloroquine.
What is it?
Hydrochloroquine.
Yes, hydrochloroquine. That's the correct medicine. he told me that the inside scoop from all of the doctors is they were hoarding the shit out of it and they were using it. And that's why a lot of the doctors weren't getting sick taking care of all these COVID people. And he said he's been on it from the beginning. He's got a whole bunch of friends that have been on it from the beginning that are physicians and straight up doctors and surgeons. None of them have gotten sick. So take it for what it is. It could be total bullshit or it could be legit. But
So I actually was in the trial for that.
oh yeah.
See if it would prevent you from getting it.
Right.
And I took it for like, I don't know, 3 months or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they determined it did not prevent anyone from getting it. Like, it didn't do what they thought it did.
Right.
I don't know. I still haven't got it yet. So
yeah. And the reason we actually were kind of really interested in that stuff is because Evelyn, just this last year around, I think it was July, August, she had had a lot of medical problems for years, and they couldn't really pinpoint what the hell was wrong with her. And finally, they did this massive blood screen thing, and it came up that she had lupus. And one of the big medications for lupus is hydrochloroquine or whatever it's called. Hydroxychloroquine. Chlorophyll, whatever the hell it is. She's been taking that shit since June or July last year, before any of this COVID crap came up. And one of my buddies at an ER nurse at one of our local hospitals here, he wound up being put into the like COVID intake section of the hospital.
Yep.
And when I told him that she was taken, because one of the huge things with lupus is, I don't know if anybody knows what lupus really is or what it does, but it's basically your body starts attacking its own system, thinking that there's things wrong with you that really aren't. So your body's trying to heal shit that's not messed up, and that makes more problems. So they put them on this kind of like immune suppressant to slow their immune system down so it doesn't attack their body as much. And the whole COVID thing, if you have no immune system, it can kill you real easy, is what we thought, and we were really worried about with Evelyn, because she's got this weakened immune system because they're medically weakening it with the medicines that she's on. But come to find out that one special medicine, when I told him she was on that, he's like, shit, everybody around her is going to die. She'll be the only one standing. But that's what he said when I told him about it. He's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously not a doctor. I just know a few. And everybody swore that that's what the doctors were taking. That's why you couldn't get it for a while, is because they were buying the shit up and taking it themselves.
Yeah, and you have to have a prescription to get it, so like you can't just buy it off the internet.
You can't get it off the shelf or anything like that. But it wasn't something hard to get either. It's not like one of the crazy ass controlled. So like you're not going to go out and get a bunch of, Percocets anymore. That's just probably a lot easier to get than some of the really good pain pills.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think it's funny, all these people that go on TV and they're like, oh, I had it so bad, I thought it was fake. And then they're like super obese. Like, and they're like, well, why do you think you got it? I have all kinds of medical issues. Like, come on.
That's I mean, we all pretty much stayed home for the whole thing. I mean, but then again, we're kind of homebodies anyway. We don't go out and do anything. We either stay here at the house and work, or we go to the shop and work. And we'll go shopping at the store, but we don't go out and do much. So it wasn't any different for us to stay home for 3-4 months. We stayed home the last 5 years. I mean, what the hell?
I come in contact with hundreds of people through my work, and like,
oh yeah, you're dealing.
I haven't got it. I'm pretty sure I'm immune, so I never get the flu either, but I still get a flu shot. So
I've never gotten a flu shot, but then again, I've never gotten the flu either. I'm one of those people where I very, very rarely ever get sick. I mean, I ate a lot of dirt when I was a kid. We played in mud. I was one of those kids like, I got some immune system. You can do anything, and I'll be just fine. So I wasn't too concerned about the whole COVID thing. I figure if I got it, I might get a cold, I could die too. I mean, whatever. We're all gonna die. You can't really cry about it, but I wasn't worried about it at all. My kids, they all grew up in mud puddles eating dirt too, so they've got some immune systems out there. But
I had somebody message me, and I had somebody message me that placed an order, and they're like, "Oh, thanks for shipping so fast." They're like, "Do you take any COVID precautions when you package an order?" And I was like, "Yeah, I seal it in the bag and I mail it to you, and it takes 3 days, and you shouldn't have to worry."
When you get it, it's going to go off with a Lysol bomb in it. You'll see.
They were like, "I'll just let it sit for a few more days," and I was like, "Really?"
I'll tell you what. I'll be honest. I have not waited to open a damn thing that I have gotten in the last year, whether it came from another brick seller, a store, Amazon. I've bought shit straight out of AliExpress. I've bought shit from Wish. And I haven't waited a minute to open any package, and none of us have gotten sick. So
isn't all that Wish stuff? Isn't that like fake knockoff stuff? That's what I heard. Or is it actual like name brand?
No. I mean, it's Chinese shit. I mean, it's cheap stuff.
So the same stuff from like Alibaba and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you go into Spencer Gifts and you buy a little beer opener keychain, it's the same shit they got on Wish. That's where Spencer's bought it from by the bulk. So I mean, you go on eBay or Amazon, you see a lot of the same junk that's on Wish. The thing is, on Wish, you get 10 of them for the price of one that you get on Amazon. So if you want some cheap Chinese shit for whatever reason it may be, you're way better off going on there and buying it, because it's going to be the same exact thing as you get from Amazon, but you can have 5 or 10 of them for the same price. Yeah. You just got to wait a month for it to show up half the time.
But you know what I've been selling with almost every order this week? Those rubber bands. Those little white rubber bands.
Uh-huh.
I've been selling them like all week long.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's crazy.
Actually, I'm building a custom mock thing that I actually need a couple rubber bands. I bought this from anybody know I bought the motor, right?
Yeah, where was yours?
I bought this from Bricks on the Dollar, so I actually placed the order with Clutch. I don't know what his real name is. I think you do. I don't know what his real name is, but I got a little business card from them that I have to go back and check and see if it's his name or somebody else, because it says owner and then it had the name, and I don't know what his real name is, so I'm not sure if he's the owner anymore. If maybe he sold it, that's why he's not doing the videos. But anyway, I got one of the fancy little. This is a crazy ass hard to find motor, I guess. I didn't realize he was the only person in the country that had one for sale.
Because it belongs in one of those kits you just picked up today.
Yeah, it's out of the Mindstorm kits, and I didn't realize that it was that rare of a part. I was building something around it in studio, and I bought that, and I bought this like 2-to-1 axle reduction thing. So this will be the drive shaft off of this motor, but I'm going to connect them with a pulley and a couple rubber bands. I need to gear it down a little bit, so I'll put a small pulley on here and a bigger one on here to slow it down a little bit. But yeah, I didn't know that was if you guys run across this motor.
Everyone's saying his name is Chris.
Okay, his name's Chris. I've never met him or talked to him, so I really don't know. But I gotta find his business card to see if it was him that still owns the store.
You might want to see if that one will look instead.
If you're looking for soda to drink,
yeah, he's all about it. Yeah, his YouTube channel changed over to drinking soda and just talking shit, I guess. I don't know. I haven't watched any of his soda videos. I watched all the ones where he was migrating in his brick store. He was one of the people I did a lot of research on. I mean, I watched a lot of stuff on Pops, on him, Brickzar. There's a couple other ones that aren't making videos anymore, but they had a lot of videos from like 5-10 years ago. So I watched a whole bunch of stuff before we even opened our store, just trying to get a really good idea of what direction we wanted to go before we started it, and how we were going to handle the inventory and be able to make the store expandable and contractible constantly, because obviously that happens. So I'm glad those guys put those videos out there, because that was really helpful for me.
Yeah.
Brickstars. I saw his. I watched a lot of Brickstars videos in the beginning, and he's got a lot of good information. But like lately, his newer videos, it's like he's real irritable. Like I don't know, he seems really cranky in some of his videos. I don't know why, but seriously, I watched a couple of recent ones, and he just doesn't seem very happy. I don't know if it's his job or he's being over. He's working too much and trying to do too much. But he looks like he needs to take a break. But yeah, I'm glad all these guys put these videos out there. And I mean, the ones that we're making here, they're similar. They're obviously, not quite as much dealing with the customers, but dealing more with the sellers. And I don't know. It's definitely a good thing that YouTube's there. Helped me a lot. Kept us from making a lot of dumb mistakes, even though we still made a bunch, and we're still making a few here and there. But I think we dodged the bullet on a lot of dumb things that we would have done if we hadn't seen other people's videos and learned from their mistakes, or at least see how they did things and wanted to do it differently.
Yeah.
So you didn't get your shot at all, huh?
Nope.
Well, that sucks. So you're gonna make a lot of money on this shit.
I know, right?
Like, God damn it, that's all my Lego money right there.
Just want to sell some more Lego.
Yeah, gotta sell some more Legos. Oh, something else I did this week. Check this out. Some of the brick people might be interested. Some might not. Now, to anybody that knows anything about software and coding and stuff like that is going to look at this and be like, yeah, so what? But somebody like me, and I just unplugged everything, so you got to give me a minute to plug it back in. I just took it apart by accident. Let's hope I'm doing this right. I got a 50-50 chance of getting it right. And better. A little further up. There we go. If I hadn't knocked it apart, I'd already be showing you guys. So sorry, you just got to wait a minute. I screwed it up. Now I got to test it to make sure it's still working right. Yep, 50-50 chance, and I did it wrong. But that's okay.
What are you doing?
Plugging wires back in.
Oh.
Here. Okay, check this out. I'm going to tilt the camera down so you can see it, and I don't have to hold it up because there's too many parts and shit. Most of you guys probably won't care about this, but I've been working on it, and it's been a real pain in my ass, and I'm getting somewhere, so I kind of feel good about it. All right, these and this little white circuit board. Can you see it okay?
Yeah, it's kind of small. Hold on, let me try to make that. I'll make you bigger.
There you go. It's okay. This white circuit board and these servos come in a kit, and it's not crazy expensive, but it ain't cheap. They're really special servos. They're not just regular get them in your RC car servos. These are kind of advanced. These actually daisy chain. They're called serial bus servos. They run on a computer network instead of just regular servos that just work on a receiver. So you can daisy chain these, I think 44 of them in a row, and they'll all work because each servo is assigned an ID number, and then you can program each one of them. Anyway, I've been working on this for a few months, and I really haven't been putting as much time into it as I would like or I should, but this is part of the hardware system that's going into my Lego brick sorting machine. And just the other day, I decided to sit down and spend a little bit more time on it, And I finally got, I don't have any, the arms that go on here are in the bag over here somewhere. Oh, I don't know where they are. Can't find
They're
them.
probably in that little gray box.
Oh, they're in this bag right here. I'll put the arms on the servo so you can watch and see what they do. If they're in here. Oh, they're round. That sucks. You won't be able to see them anyway because they're round. Anyway, have to take my word for it. Anyway, I got these things to finally start working with the Arduino that I'm planning on using, which is this board over here, the little black one. Now, it's easy to get servos to run with an Arduino because people have been doing it for years. These servos being a completely different design that run off their own circuit board, I haven't been able to find anybody else that's done it yet online because these are relatively new. These came out in the last year or so, and I've been farting around with the code and everything trying to get this to work together. And basically what I'm going to do is program the Arduino to do what I want, and then it has to tell this circuit board which servos to run at certain times. So this one's going to work on a motion sensor and color sensor, and then it's going to tell all these servos what to do. And now finally, I got the damn thing to work. So when I turn this on, the Arduino comes on. They both come on at the same time. And then this one tells this board, okay, take both servos, move them to 0, and then go back and forth, just repeating, just because it's just a sample test code that I was trying to get to work. So it actually works. You probably can't see all of it, but the servo heads, so it's actually working. So the code that I put in there is doing exactly what I'm telling it to now. So I can now go in and write the code so that when I want one servo to move a certain distance, it will, and then I want another servo to move a certain distance, it will. So it's progress. It seems a little menial at this point because anybody can get a servo to work, but this is doing exactly what I told it to in a bunch of code that I had to write, and it's working. So and I know jack shit nothing about computer coding. So this has been, it's like sitting down and trying to learn Japanese by yourself, because I can't find anybody local that knows squat about Arduinos, and nobody knows anything about these servos and the code that you need to run them because they're brand new.
And all the instructions are Chinese.
Yeah, all the instructions are Chinese, and the people that I bought the servos from, they didn't even have a sample code to get the two boards to work together when I started. Just the other day, they sent me some sample code, but I had already gotten this thing working by then. So the code they sent me wasn't all that useful. So anyway, that was my exciting progress for the week. That and picking up some more Legos. That was good. But anyway, not too exciting, but someday, at some point, we will have a nice machine doing half of the work for us. And that's the very beginnings of it. So now I got to look into buying a bunch of other hardware and coding the servos to do exactly what I need them to do to manipulate parts and levers and all kinds of crap to move parts around as it's sorting. So that's all.
And then you can combine one of those boxes we were talking about earlier with your machine, and then it will just like sort them and tell you what they all are.
I would like to, but I am betting almost anything that thing will be too slow for what I need. I'm going to need something kind of similar, but I need it to do it that fast. And I saw a video on that little box thing when it was up as a Kickstarter thing, and I vaguely remember it being quite slow. So I don't know. I am very curious to see the process, how fast it is, how accurate it is, but I'm kind of expecting that what I'm going to need will need to be custom made. I'm sure the thing will do what it says it can do, but it's not going to do it to where I can go through and do 100 pounds of bricks in a day with that little box. I don't think that's going to work. And that's kind of my goal. If I can get somewhere between 50 and 100 pounds of bricks sorted in a day, I'll be happy. So that's kind of my goal. That's what I want this machine to be able to do. So we'll see. Once it comes out, I would definitely like to see it in operation. How fast, once you put a brick in, how fast is it going to recognize it and tell you exactly which one it is? And will it? How? Unless it's a three-dimensional camera, how's it going to know a brick from a plate if they're both standing up? If you're only looking down from one perspective, you're looking straight down on a brick or a plate, how's it going to know which one it is? I don't think it will.
Yeah, no, that would be difficult.
Exactly. But I think from the examples I saw of it running was more for putting a figure in and then having it tell you what figure it is. I expect it will be able to tell things apart like slopes, Technic bricks, stuff like that. But I think it was more in line with figures. That was the main goal for it. Doug says he thinks it's got more than one camera. I don't know. I'm looking at that circuit board. That's got one camera dead center. I mean, I've got identical cameras to that sitting here on my desk. I know exactly what they are and how I can plug them into the Arduino and do the same thing. But where the hell did the other one go? Here. This one's almost the exact same camera they're using. That little white cover comes off, and it looks just like that one right there. So I'm guessing that they're using just one camera, because if it's going to look anything like the example in that picture on their website, there's only one camera lens in the middle of that board. But I don't know how it's going to see three-dimensional. It's got LEDs wrapped all the way around it looks like, but it just looks like one camera dead center. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm real curious to see what it is and how it works when it comes out. If anybody gets one and wants to loan it to me for a couple of days or a week, I definitely would like to play with it. Because I'm sure it's going to be hard to buy them. If they're probably going to put them out to all the people that funded the project first, and then it'll be another. You'll probably have to wait for the next batch to come out to actually buy one.
I'm sure you can get one on eBay for like $400 after.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they'll knock out the $500-600 on eBay. I'm not scared. I'll build my own before I do that.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, it's not impossible. I mean, been working with. I'm so bad with names. My mind is just unable to remember names, unfortunately. And Great Brick Lab. What's his name?
Chris?
Yeah, it's Chris. That's what I thought. I didn't want to say Chris because I was afraid I heard.
Everybody's name is Chris.
Yeah. If I go that route, just everybody's name's Chris, it'll be a lot easier. Can everybody be Chris for a while? The other Chris, you know the one I'm talking about. Anyway, he's interested in a Lego sorting machine as well. He's got a little bit different idea of what he wants versus the sorting machine that I want. So I don't know that the two of us are really in line to build one machine between the two of us. But I think the technology, the software, the hardware is all going to be similar. I think he just wants his machine to do something different than I want my machine to do. But I mean, the information's right there. It's all, Brick Freedom, Brick Owl, Bricklink. What is it? Rebrickable. There's a couple other websites. Everybody's got these databases, and that's all the information is download a database and hook it up to a camera. For the most part, I mean, there's a lot more to it, but making the parts list is the hardest part, and that can be downloaded from numerous websites now. L-Draw is probably, I think everybody pulls off of L-Draw, even Bricklink. I think L-Draw is like the main database hub for all Lego parts.
Huh.
But,
cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's crazy machines out there. You want to see something cool? Go watch like UPS or FedEx sorting facilities. You want to see crazy ass sorting machines? Oh my god, their stuff is like awesome high tech. Then again, the Lego factory's got one hell of a system too. That's all fully automated. They got, I looked it up somewhere. Lego, it's like legit, like 80,000 parts. I think it's 80,000 different parts if you combine the molds, the colors, and printing. There's like 82,000 parts, something like that. I mean, think about just the logistics of having to store 82,000 50-pound tubs. That's you got what? How many lots you got in your store? 6,000. Multiply that by
4,500.
4,500.
Yeah.
Multiply that by like 100 times, and then make them 1,000 times bigger each.
Yeah, that would be hard.
No, I don't think all those parts are active, Doug. I think that's like a total of all the parts they've ever made is somewhere up in the 80,000 number. But I don't remember. I saw something recently, but I don't remember what the current production quantities are on the molds. I don't remember what that is. I want to say it's like I think there's like 3,000 molds, give or take. And then you've got your parts, or your colors, and then your printed parts. So, I mean, yeah, they did. They came out with a lot of new parts, but they cut off a lot of old parts, too. I've noticed Lego seems to have gotten really one by one happy. They make a lot of little tiny parts and have really cut back on the larger parts in the production. But they like the Technic panels. I've noticed they've come out with a lot of those really big Technic panels in kits rather than having you build it out of bricks or plates or anything like that. They've switched over to those big panels, which it must be like more cost effective. Yeah, I think the 80,000 number does include the different figures and everything as well. I think that's like you had to have an actual part number for every single piece that Lego has to track. I think it's upwards of like 86,000 parts, something crazy like that. But there's really only like 3,000 molds, I think, for Lego parts. So there's only 3,000 individual pieces or shapes, which is still a lot. But once you throw 50 some odd colors in there and then start throwing printing on them, the numbers just skyrocket. And keep in mind, every year, I mean, how many different printed tiles are they coming out with every single year? There's a lot of new tiles all the time, or all the different printed parts, and then you got all the Mario Brothers stuff where they came out with a whole bunch of new molds just for their stuff. So, I don't know. It's one of those never-ending games, especially for people that are doing used bricks, because our inventory just keeps getting bigger and bigger, where you guys can sell out of a part that's not in production anymore, and you'll never see it again.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Let's see what our lot count's at right now. It's not terrible. I mean, it's a lot of parts, but I want to say it's around like 9,000 lots or something, give or take. We're at, I don't know, it's only 8,000 right now. But we sold almost 30,000 parts in the last month and a half. So our lot count probably dropped quite a bit while we were selling out of rare stuff. But we're only at 8,000. I think we were up to 9,000 at one time, and that's the majority of our inventory is consolidated, and whatever that other word is, cantonated, whatever the hell it is, where we try not to have multiple lots of the same part. We do have some that are new and used, so we'll have 2 lots based on the same part being new and used. But I've seen some brick stores where they're doing, every time they enter inventory, they don't consolidate it. So they could have 12 1x2 yellow bricks and 12 separate lot numbers. So that kind of boosts. It's kind of like a fake lot count. They're just kind of fudging the numbers a little bit. But I try not to do that because it's just too much crap to keep track of. It's easier to keep it as condensed as possible and not have to go look at, well, how many bricks do we really have? Because they're in 12 different places. It's like, screw that. I want them all put together in one spot. So when we go look for them, we know where they're all at. But,
Dang. All right, well, I think this is going to be the end of it. I got to pack some orders. I got 4 orders packed. That's the first in like months. Yeah, big one to Canada. So pay some bills now.
Doug asks, that could be too, because if you put stuff in now and last month and the month before that, if you're going at a certain specific average, but then again, it'll update your old inventory to the new number you're putting it in at when you go to do it. So why would you want to have the same part for 6 different prices? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, if they're all new inventory, why have 6 different prices on the same part? It doesn't make sense to me.
I would think because if you got them at different prices, but then there's a setting now in Bricklink that it will average your price, so you don't need to do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess that makes sense for you guys because you're buying all retail stuff and you're paying different prices for it every time.
But Bricklink will, if you put in the cost each time, you can turn on the average cost and then it will average all of them, so it will still be accurate.
I don't think we've bothered with any of the cost stuff yet. I don't care. I don't want to know.
Oh yeah, I think Doug is mentioning the same thing.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So if you have multiple, if you say you part out a set and you have a piece for 5 cents, you paid for that set, and then the next set you paid 4 cents or 3 cents, we'll say, and then if you turn on cost by quantity average, I think it says, that would average it to 4 cents because it combines the 5 and the 3 and gives you the average of how many pieces you have. So it'd be 4 or whatever it is, 0.045 or something.
Right.
So,
have you been tracking that thing on Brick Freedom on your store at all about the price adjusting and stuff? Have you been watching that at all?
I turned it on. I haven't checked it. I don't know.
I don't think I turned it on mine. I'm a little worried about turning that on for my inventory because
let me check quick.
My prices, we manually adjust them from time to time, and I'm not sure I want something happening that I just don't know about. The way he's got it set up, I understand how he did it and why he did it, but I'm a little leery of letting the system take over my pricing and doing it for me. I don't think it would screw anything up too bad, but if I'm changing prices to what I think they should be or where I know they need to be, and then I turn around later and it's like, well, why the hell is this on sale? I just changed it last week. Because the system's gonna...
Well, it'll only change it if it's a 5% difference or less. So if you jack the price up on something, it's not going to change it. Here, I'll show you. I have mine.
So if you pick up this 10 cents and change it to 20 cents, it won't change it again?
No. Doug, your question, it's not a new thing. I just think some people don't know that there's a setting to turn that on.
Yeah, it was one of the things he was talking about when he was talking about putting the software together in the beginning. It was kind of a cool idea. And I actually talked to him today. While we were driving, we were messaging him back and forth about another idea that I don't know how many of... I would assume anybody that's got a Bricklink store and has had it for a while will know this. This is no big surprise. But for those of you that may not know, I'm sure at some point everybody in Bricklink has played around with the discount percentage where you can put your whole store on 5 or 10% discount and it's just clicking one button. Well, if you want to, you can put negative 10%. And instead of deducting 10% from your entire store, it will inflate the prices of your entire store by 10%, which is kind of handy. And isn't his name Chris too? Freedom?
No, that's Steve.
Steven. I'm terrible. Like I said, I'm terrible at names. Steven and I were talking about it, and I asked him about setting something up like that where you could have a multiplier in the system so that if you want to adjust some prices based on bricks, plates, a specific color, you can basically group all of whatever that is and manually adjust the either inflated or discounted price with a multiplier rather than adjusting the part's actual price, because you really want the part to stay at your 6-month average. But say if I think, okay, obviously somebody's going around and buying up every 2x4 dark blue gray brick in the planet. They're buying millions of them for some reason. And you want to raise that part, or you want to raise everything in dark blue gray up 10 or 20%. You can do it on Bricklink easily, but it does not transfer over to Brick Owl. Brick Owl system won't let you create a negative discount. Yes, Doug, if you can leave it at that 10%, or you can, once you've updated it, you can also go into in Bricklink and tell it to keep the discounted number as the new part price. So
Yeah, there's a setting at the bottom of inventory you can check, and it will make that all your current prices.
Right, it'll take your discounted number, whether it's inflated or discounted, and turn that into the new part price. But I guess I've got some things adjusted accordingly on our store, and Steve said, "Hey, I'm getting all kinds of errors in your syncing. Something's wrong." And when we talked it over, I said, "Oh, that's going to be anything that's a negative discount is bumping the price up." And he's like, "I didn't even know Bricklink would do that." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "But Brick Owl, it doesn't transfer over to Brick Owl because I know Brick Sync. I don't know how Brick Freedom works, but Brick Sync only transferred over the part price. It didn't care whether there was a discount attached to it. That discount stayed in Bricklink. It kind of ignored the discount number when it synced over to Brick Owl." And Brick Freedom, he's trying to figure out how to. Right now, it doesn't work at all. It's just giving a bunch of errors. But he says that makes sense to have a multiplier in there. So if you want to do bulk price adjustments quickly without making it a permanent update to that part number, say for some reason, just you want to take trans bright green and take every trans bright green you've got in your inventory and bump it up 25% for this week. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter. But just for this week. And then like next week, you want to go back to the regular price. Having that multiplier in there makes it wicked simple. I mean, one number, hit enter, you're done. But if you want to try bumping all your parts up one by one, it'll take forever. So.
Yeah, Doug, if you up the prices 10% and then you make them the new price, then that would be your current price and it would transfer to Brick Owl.
Right, but if you put negative 10%, that will bump the parts up 10%, and then you just leave it that way for a while, and then you can select those same parts and put them back to 0%, and they'll go right back to whatever your 6-month average was before. It's just like a temporary thing, like if you're having a sale, you can put certain stuff on 10% off for a couple of days, and then go back to 0 discount and set back to the regular price. So it does it the same way, just the opposite direction. You can raise the prices instead of lowering them. I wish Brick Owl would work that way because it'd be very simple. It's just punching in a number and the whole either category or color or whatever you're working on, you can change the prices real quickly of everything and still have the 6-month average base as the part's price. So whenever you want to go back to it, it's still there. You didn't really change anything. It's just a temporary adjustment.
So the 6-month average in Brick Freedom is still working. If we look at a couple of mine here, the top one is a yellow plate 2x6.
Can you make that any bigger?
I got it as big. Maybe if I get rid of you, I could make it bigger.
Let me blow up my screen and see if I can get it. I'm gonna look at it on YouTube and blow it up bigger. Hold on.
There. So the top one, yellow plate 2x6, was 0.097 cents. So it increased it 0.003 cents. A couple other things, it increased. Something went up like 2.5 cents. This one item where it says NA, that means there is no 6-month average for that part, so it just keeps it the same. That's
Okay.
4 cents. We'll go down further. The first red one here, that one, the price actually decreased 0.004, so that decreased it.
Can you tell this system to not decrease anything, leave it alone, or raise it only?
No, that option isn't available yet.
Yeah, I would definitely want that. I wouldn't want my prices to drop much unless it was something I really wanted to get rid of.
So yeah, it's working. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to. I would like it if it did what he said he was going to eventually do, or if the item sells, increase it by 2%. If it doesn't sell, decrease it 2%, and therefore the price will go to whatever is going to get the selling point. So if it's a hot item, the price is going to increase, which it should. If it's something that there's millions of, the price will decrease until you can sell it. And that would be ideal, so you don't have to play with, should I have a sale, should I not have a sale? But until we get there, that's what it's going to be. So come on here. Oh, and all kinds of stuff. There we go. So yeah, I think once it gets it to that, it'll be ideal. But for right now, I'm just working with 6-month average. So you gotta unmute one of your mics there, bud. Cannot hear you. I think I'm just trying to show us something.
Alex is going to go wander around and show you something. You can turn the mic back on the phone if you want.
So you guys could probably hear me, but I can't hear you guys.
Turn the volume on the phone up, dummy.
But I'm taking you through the kitchen. It's a mess. Deal with it. But this
The holding area.
is our holding area. It's the next 1,000 pounds of inventory. You can't see it.
You
But
guys
those,
have a race.
See which one we sorted all first? That's
those totes are 3 deep.
A race between you and Chris.
And they go all the way to the
You should go over there and look for your downfall.
Oh, well. I'm sure it's impressive.
Dude, it's the length of the table.
That's crazy. That's literally like 8 or 10 feet long, stacked of bricks. That table is a big table that like 10 people can sit around.
There's some
Yeah,
trash
crazy.
here, but this whole box is nothing but manuals. Don't know what to do with them.
Go tell them to look at the Janko bucket, wherever that is. Is there one out there?
They're both on
Oh, they're back here? I thought they were out front.
But that's it. That's all I wanted to show.
Out of the last, since we started this, I think we've got about 100 backed up.
Where'd he go?
Yeah.
I'll find you.
That's all right. I think since we started the store, we've got about 100 pounds of fake Legos. fake bricks and off brands and stuff like that. But we've been saving them all because when it comes to building stuff, I personally couldn't care less what the brand is, and there's some parts in there that are just wicked awesome that Lego should have. So I just keep them for my personal use. We haven't even gone through them. We've got like 2 45, 50-pound totes full that we just haven't had time to go dig through. I mean, I knows them. And it was actually started in the very beginning of the brick store before we really knew much about all the different types of Legos. So we know that there's some actual like legit Legos in there that we need to pull out. But we'll get to it when we finally go through the totes one day. But anyway. Nah, the bricks are fine. You can probably, man, we've stacked 4 or 5 totes tall. They're pretty durable. I don't think we've had very many broken pieces we've found.
I had more broken toast than pieces.
Yeah, the totes break before the bricks do. The plastic totes aren't that strong. But you guys don't have to be jealous. Just start buying used stuff. The hard part's inventorying it, man. It's fun having it, but man, we probably wind up having to do. I bet you we have to do twice the work that anybody that's doing new bricks does when it comes to organizing and sorting. It's probably about twice the work.
Yep.
But the profit margin makes sense. So we really don't buy very many. Just go to the Lego store and buying stuff at the best price we can that we know stuff that people are looking for.
I mean, just the new kits that are sitting on top of it, probably the only new inventory we're going to put in, other than a couple of little things that we buy here and there.
Brick Freedom's working for me. I just pulled it up and I'm logged in, so it's working for me. Just clicked on reports. It's working.
Yeah, mine's working.
Yeah. Yeah, Walmart was a bust for us too. Nathan, the same night Nathan got all his deals, I sent Alex up there to check our big store that's like out in the middle of nowhere. That if there's a Walmart that's going to have some deals, that would be it.
It was all gone.
It was nothing.
John went to Walmart while we were live streaming.
Yep. Either somebody came and wiped it out, or they just sold them at retail and they never got to clearance. I don't know.
Well, no, because that store had a huge clearance section marked at like $1 and $2 off.
Right.
And then when I went back 3 days later, it was all gone, even before the markdown.
Yeah, he'd gone back on. It was like the first time he went, there was a whole bunch of stuff like $1 off, and then he went back 3 days later and everything was gone. So either they dropped the price and somebody came in and bought it up, or I don't know.
People weren't paying attention to stickers.
Maybe they just yanked it out and either sold it. People thought it was on sale, so they bought it. I don't know, but I wouldn't have paid those prices. He went in there a couple days ago, was looking at it, and it was like still retail price. So whatever.
But remember, there's always people that sell on Amazon constantly going to the stores. They find some they can make a couple bucks on, they'll buy them and put them on Amazon.
Really? Just for a couple dollars?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't seem like it's worth it.
Well, if you get if you get 1 million items, that's a couple dollars, that's a couple million.
Yeah, but they're not doing millions. I mean, how many Lego sets people are going to go to the store and buy?
Yeah, Dean, it's every 5. I don't know why yours is being slow. All right. Well, we're at 2 hours, so I think this is a wrap.
All right.
Everybody check back next Sunday. We'll probably be on unless something happens or something. What is next Sunday? Let me see. Oh, I'm tired. Next Sunday is the 25th.
Getting close to Halloween.
Yep. Close to Halloweeny.
Man, I watched this.
Halloween stuff on clearance if you want some Halloween decorations.
Yeah. What's wrong with you, crazy dog? What's you barking at? Oh, she's yelling at you. My dog loves gum. And Evelyn's over there chewing gum, and she's pissed off because she wants her gum.
I think she doesn't love Lego because just chew a bunch of Lego.
Oh, yeah. You throw them on the floor, she looks at it and just walks. She don't care about the Legos at all. Now, if they
Yeah.
came out with like beefy flavored Legos, she'd be all over it.
Yep. All right. Thanks for watching Secret Squirrel. I may not be on the first. Oh, sounds good, Doug. See you, Brick outside the box. Bricksco's ran into Amazon resellers. All right. Well, everyone have a good night. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. And check us out next week. I'll post a video of my Lego haul hopefully tomorrow. See if I get around to it. So
Didn't go off.
have a good one.
All right, guys, take it easy.